Hello, dear friends. This is KD Ahire, and currently we are studying the Rural Entrepreneurship Development, the certificate course offered by the BBA department, KTHM College Nasik, under the scheme of UGC Stride. So, dear friends, in our today's session, we are continue with the financial assistance for small and micro enterprises. So, in our previous session, also we have started to discuss about the various schemes which are provided to the MSMEs through the uh, MSMEs, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So, with respect to the session agenda, so today again we are going to continue with some remaining schemes which are provided to the MSMEs. So, learning objective behind our today's session, that is again the learner will able to understand about the various MSME schemes which are available and helpful to the entrepreneurs. So next important scheme, that is international cooperation scheme. So now we know that international cooperation in the international trading, that is again one of the key component, or it is essential. Now it is essential because with the help of technology it is very much possible, right? It's very easy. And even the choice of the customer, that has also changed. Even the customer who is living in the India, he can buy the product from the America, right? He can also buy the product from the Australia. So with the help of technology it's possible. Even he can also pay or with the help of online payment system, even through the international transport he can also get his whatever products or whatever things he want. He can easily get it through these various transport system. So with the help of technology everything is possible. So therefore, the international cooperation is necessary. So by considering this international cooperation or importance of international cooperation, so here through this scheme, government is trying to enhance the competence of MSMEs to capture the new markets for their products, right? So here to capture the new market. So nowadays we have remove the many limitations. So if I am manufacturing any product, or if I am providing any services in India, so I can easily sell my products or services in global market or any other country. It's possible. So therefore, some rules regulations are there, right? Some through the World Trade Organization. So many rules regulations are there. So by following all these rules regulations, right? So here through the international cooperation, here the MSMEs can capture the new market for their products. Even they can explore new technologies to for improving manufacturing capacities. So again here uh, just adopting the new technologies, this is very very essential, because if we are not going to adopt a new technology, so it may make the negative impact on the overall as quality as well as quantity of our products or services. So therefore here to exploring the new technologies for improving the manufacturing capacities, that is also one of the objective behind launching this international cooperation scheme. Even this scheme support MSMEs by the way of participating in the international events. So how we can make the cooperation, right? How we can build all this cooperation? How we can able to understand each other? So here the MSMEs need to be participate in the various international events, right? In various international trade fairs. Some here uh, through these various international events, right? So the MSMEs can introduce their products in the market. They can, because in these various international events, so many buyers as well as many policymakers, government representative, many private sector representatives, customers, they can visit to these various events, right? And all these important components or our this may be policymaker, government representatives, or customer. So they come from various countries, right? They come across the world. So therefore, at the single place, our products can reach to the various places across the world. So therefore, the participation on in various events, that is also necessary. So through this scheme, the help to the provided help will be provided to the various entrepreneurs to participate in the various schemes, or sorry, various events, and represent their enterprise. So through this they can enhance the international business network, so they can build the international business network. Then technology upgradation, they will talk about the technology upgradation. You want to improve the competitiveness, awareness for better manufacturing practices. So in these various international events, various international trade fairs, so they can exchange all their ideas, thoughts. They can able to see what type of technologies are there in the global market, or even most important thing is that their competitors will also participate in the same event, so they can able to see actually what type of products is there, then even what type of strategy they have adopted, even so many business related important things will be learned by the entrepreneur. So therefore, here this is again one of the very very important scheme which is introduced by the government. So if you see the key benefits of this particular scheme, that is the reimbursement of participation visit in the international exhibitions or fairs, right? So entrepreneur can take the part in these various international events, and government will reimburse whatever expenditure was there to participate in this scheme, or sorry, in these events. Then a reimbursement for holding international conferences and seminars by industry association, government organizations. So again, if any enterprise would like to organize any kind of international conferences or seminars by in collaboration with the industries or government organizations. So here, they again through this scheme, whatever expenditure will be there, that will be reimbursed by the government. Next important scheme, that is the assistant to training institutions, right? So in this particular scheme, the assistance will be provided to the training institutions. So now we know that government has already established many training institutions which provide training to the entrepreneurs, right? MSMEs, because in various fields are there where entrepreneurs need to improve, and by considering the changing scenario, the continuous training is necessary. So therefore, again, the assistance need to be provided to all these training institutions. So under this particular scheme, the assistant to the provided to the various training institutions, like if you see the training institutions, for example, national institutes of micro, small, and medium enterprise, then even khadi and village industries commissions, even we have coir board, we have tool rooms, we have national small industries corporation, even we have Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Rural Industrializations. So these are some training institutions. So assistance or financial help will be provided to these all these training institutions. The motto, if you see the objective behind the introducing this scheme, that is the to create and strengthen the infrastructure and assistance for entrepreneurship and skill development training programs. So if if we able to provide the assistance or help to the these training institutions, right? So ultimately, their infrastructure or even their strength will going to be improved, right? And ultimately it will helpful to the entrepreneurship and skill development to the among the entrepreneurs. So if they are getting appropriate facilities, if they are getting the proper infrastructure, the sufficient help from the government, so ultimately all kinds of facility will be provided to the trainees, and um, all kind of expertises or training programs will be provided to the trainees, and it will ultimately help in the providing the quality training to the entrepreneurs in the MSME. And obviously ultimately it will going to the help to the entrepreneurs as well as MSMEs, so they can improve their quality as well as quantity of their products or services. So the key benefit of this scheme, that is support for infrastructure and capacity building of training institution of Ministry of Micro Small Medium Enterprises and existing state level here entrepreneurship development institutions, right? So yeah, under this particular scheme, the infrastructure support and capacity building training institutions of MSMEs and some existing state level entrepreneurship development institutions will be provided. So again, support for skill development programs by training institutions of the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So such types of support will be provided to the all these training institutions. Next important scheme, that is the micro and small enterprise cluster development, that is the MSc CDP. So under this particular scheme, if you see, so the some common problems will be identified, right? The common issues will be identified, and by taking these common issues, common problems, so they try here under this scheme, so will try to solve all these issues or some problems. So it will uh, make the overall improvement of the technologies even. So obviously the improvement of technology, that is also it is a common issue, right? Every every industry wanted to improve their technology, but they may have some limitations. Even every MSME or every organizations or enterprise, they obviously they positively think about to improve the quality of their product, right? Even they would like to access the global market, but they may have several kinds of limitation. So such, these are some common problems, these are some common issues, right? So under this particular scheme, the support will be provided to the growth of all these MSMEs. So basically micro and small enterprises, by addressing these are some common issues. You want to create upgraded infrastructure facility in the new existing industrial areas or even cluster of MSCs. So here, because the development of MIDCs, that is also necessary, right? So these industrial areas will be developed by providing the assistance or even providing the financial help under this particular scheme. So upgradation of infrastructural facilities in the new or existing industrial areas or even cluster of all these micro and small enterprises. Then you want to set up the common facility center. So again, if they have the common facility center for testing, training, raw material, then depot effluent treatment, then complementing, then production processes. So if we are able to set the common facility center for all these industries, so again it will also reduce the cost as well as it will also reduce the time. So again here, through this common facility center, so they can easily do whatever activity they wanted to do. Even they can able to take the proper training through this proper common facility center. Even testing, even raw material, even effluent treatment, right? Because nowadays in environment, that is also the mandatory to provide the treatment to the effluent. But again, it is very costly, so some industry or some enterprise may not offer to establish the effluent treatment plant. So they can in cluster, they can establish the common effluent treatment plant. So it's called as the CETP. So such facilities will be provided under this micro and small enterprise cluster development scheme. Even promotion of green and sustainable manufacturing technology for the cluster. So again, here the consideration of environment, that has also one of the objectives of the scheme. So with respect to the benefits of this scheme, so creation of common facility center including the plug and play facilities, even support for infrastructure development projects including flatter factory complexes. So these are some key benefits of this particular scheme. Then next important scheme, that is the national SC/ST hub. So here the objective behind this national SST hub, that is the to provide professional support to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe entrepreneurs to fulfill the obligation under the central government public procurement policy for micro and small enterprises order 2012. So to adopt the applicable business practices and leverage the stand up India initiative. So here um, under this stand up India initiatives, so special again some kind of here um, we can say is a help will be provided to the SC/ST entrepreneurs. So under this particular scheme, the SC/ST entrepreneurs will be motivated to enter in the entrepreneurship process, to start their business, right? To enter in the MSMEs. So here, many SC/ST entrepreneurs can, enter in this particular field, and they can start their business. So, if you see here, the key benefits to achieve 4% of procurement target from SC/ST entrepreneurs. So, obviously, so we have some our procurement target in the MSME sector. So, this this particular scheme will helpful to achieve this target, right? Because if these SC/ST entrepreneurs will get some kind of help from the government, so they can enter in this particular entrepreneurship process. So the facilitation of SC/ST entrepreneur to be part of vendor development program and mentoring support. So obviously this particular scheme is very much helping to the SC/ST entrepreneurs, even collection, collation, and dissemination of information regarding SC/ST enterprises and entrepreneurs. So here this particular scheme is again providing the very useful help to these SC/ST enterprises as well as entrepreneurs. Then a distribution of trade specific tools kit to train candidate. So if train candidates are there, which SC/ST entrepreneurs are there, uh, those who have gone through this the various training program. So again they will get the so many benefits under this particular schemes, and basically they will motivated to start their business, right? To become entrepreneurs, and they can contribute in the entrepreneurship. Then next, that is the scheme of survey studies and policy research. So here under this scheme, so we know that here the research is very very essential, because here we know, yes, obviously we are providing various kinds of supports and various kinds of help to the entrepreneurs, but the continuous research in the entrepreneurship or MSME sector is essential. And because through this continuous research, continuous survey, right, the studies, even the policy research, so we will come to know the where we need to improve, right, where we have gaps, where we are lacking. So many things are there which we will come to know after the research only, right? So by considering the importance of research, so here under this particular scheme, the assistance or financial help will be provided to the the researchers. So the funding support for conducting survey, analytical studies, and policy research. So your fund will be provided under this particular scheme. So any expert or academician, researchers, professional organization, institution, associates, or many federations are there of federation of MSME. They can apply under this particular scheme. They can conduct the research, and they will provided the funding to conduct the research. So this scheme is aimed to regularly collect and analyze the data on the constraints or challenges or even opportunities available to the MSMEs, right? Because here through the research only, government will able to know actually where we are lacking, what type of challenges are there, right, what type of opportunities are there in future. Even so based on it, the government will able to decide what type of schemes should be provided, what type of schemes or what type of modification we can do in the schemes, or it will also helpful to the policy makers. So based on the research, because this research is going to provide the data to the policy makers as well as decision makers, even government, private organization, NGOs. So based on the data, it will become very easy to all these policymakers or government. So with the help of this data, they can take the appropriate decision. They can make the relevant policies in the field of MSMEs. So the result will be used for policy research and for designing the appropriate strategy of government intervention to assist these enterprises. So obviously, because this particular scheme very much going to very much helpful to the all these policymaker, decision maker, government level, as well as whatever all types of stakeholders uh, which are involved in the MSME. So again, if you want the detailed information regarding the various financial assistance or various schemes which are provided in the MSME sector, so you can simply visit to the uh, HTTPS, or here we can simply type the msme.gov.in, right, www.msme.gov.in, and you can visit to the this MSME website, and this is a government website. So there you can go under the scheme. So all schemes are provided. Even government has also published the ebook in which all schemes will be given. So in very detail of each and every scheme has given in the book, also on the website also. So again, if you are interested to apply for any scheme, you can simply visit to the this website and can take the benefit. So everything, including eligibility criteria, then process how to apply, everything will be provided, uh, very nicely provided on in this website. So again, it's not possible to cover each and everything about the individual scheme, but we have almost cover all schemes which are related to the MSME, and of course we have not covered the MSME schemes for the khadi and village industries, right? So because we have the separate topics on this MSME scheme for these khadi and village industries. So we will cover the those schemes which are useful for the Khadi and village industries in our next lectures. So here we are finishing our lecture. So in our next lecture, we are going to discuss about the government support for financial and technical institutions, in which Khadi and Village Board. So here in we will see what type of support and financial as well as technical financial support, or even technical institutions like Khadi and Village Board is there. So what type of support will be provided by the government to these various institutions, like in which we will see the Khadi and Village Board. So see you in next lecture. Thank you.